Awesome. So I'll take you to the next story. Of one that has actually been doing rounds recently, and Shiko Morori actually got into the debate regarding, of course, Esther Arunga. And she says that we might have gotten it wrong in that we have always looked at her as she's always put herself out there as the victim, and that it could be the other way around. So I'll quote, she said, "Really, I put it to you that Esther, the hyped, intelligent and beautiful girl, is the one who did all the brainwashing. She convinced grown-ass men that she could make them presidents. She convinced them that they could take over the world." She then went ahead to say Arunga has actually never given anyone any reason to think she was a victim in this, but we've always believed that she was. Then she says why? Because she reads the news. Didn't we see another anchor the other day being charged with allegedly helping cover up a murder? So yeah, this was quite an interesting angle, I think, of which Shiko came up with, in the sense that we've always looked at, in this case, she's always put herself out as the victim in this case. But I don't know what you guys think, because I do think Shiko has a point in that, yeah, I mean, you know, have we ever looked at it from another angle?
She has a point, but you can't judge someone until you walk in their shoes. How do we know Esther is actually the one who was brainwashed? I mean, she cut off communication from her family. She quit her job. I mean, she was one of the... at that time, when some of us were in college, we were looking up to her. She was an idol for so many young girls. So one day you just wake up, you quit your job, you stop communicating with your parents, you get married, and then you disappear to another country. We can't really judge her if we don't really know what happened with her or what happened to her.
But I think what I can say is, love is blind. Now, she fell in love with Timberlake. I'm telling you what are the names. But I think this story is just so funny. Just the other day, I think Quincy's, is it mom? Ndio kama hapa akasema mtoto wake alimaliza sijui ni shule na akapotea. No one knew where he was, alafu anakuja kumuona kwenye news. Unaona? Like literally I think it was just a tu ile kile tunaenda mitini tuko pamoja, then they just disappeared. But I feel I think enyewe hapo Esther alicheza mbaya. Hapo as in your situation is just so, because this guy has just messed up, like, from your career, like everything, your image, everything about you. It's just so sad.
You know, it's even better to lose your image, but to lose your child.
And then
Yeah, for me, it's the cry of losing a child. I feel it. And then the remaining kids are foster care. You know, these are kids that you gave birth to and you left Kenya, you knew you're going to see them grow, and now they're going to be taken to other homes in other countries. But you know, when it comes to love is a very sensitive or delicate thing. You can't quite say this one brainwashed this one and this one brainwashed this one, because at the end of the day, it's love. Even us, wherever we are, when you love someone, you trust and believe this is I'm loving this person for the rest of their life. Like, this person, whatever he tells me, it's go. You get? So we can't. For me, I feel like Shiko really, okay, yes, again, we don't know both. We have the story that we have been given. Quincy is the bad one, Quincy is the what. But for us, let's not try and judge anyone in any decision they make, especially when it comes to love. That's all I can say.
But I think women should just be more careful, even men. Because recently tumesikia kwa news, mwanamke mwenye ameumwa lip na bwanake. Haiwezi kwa tu aliamka na masikio. There's no you can just wake up today and decide you're battering someone. It has to be something that started September, and then it's
that's
building.
Also
so you need to be very careful and report, please.
I think also the point, what Chico was trying to say, which I did agree, is that we tend to, she asked the question, is it because that she was a news anchor that we always tend to look at, and this happened again recently, that we trust people according to, in this case, I do agree that it could have been a victim on either side, but I do agree with what she's saying is that exactly, we should not judge a person based on what they can and cannot do because of, you know, in this case, the way we look up to them or the likes. And I think that was just the point, because we've spoken about this story. It's been happening for years. But Chico's point this time around was really about how we make the victims victims. Yeah,
and I hope she can be brought back home, at least to even whatever. If there's a sentence, serve it here.
Such a bright